this isn't too bright. Haha. Just got back from a trip to Utah where we participated at an event. Shot a ton of footage and want to talk about the experience. What did we accomplish? Alvarez? We climbed 18,000 feet. Yeah, let's get into it. This setup really doesn't work. I think we should fix this right now. Whew, it is so good to be back. Oh my God, it's been like a nonstop whirlwind of just filming, participating, feet, climbing, traveling. Oh my God, I wanted to vlog a lot of the experience, and every time I tried, I just got distracted with a million other things. This gas station is so iconic for me because this is where Woody and Buzz had their argument in Toy Story. Here, I want to show you guys something funny. Check this out.
So we got YouTube marketing. So,
oh, and what year is this?
Calls to action, guys.
For those of you who want to know how to YouTube better, this is the guide right here.
Dude, look at that gradient on that font. Quick study.
Quick study.
In case you weren't aware, this was the quick form of studying.
Let's just get one tip here.
Change the file name to something descriptive. For example, change DSC to how to network at corporate functions.
What? Oh, so
.mov.
This is something I need to learn. I call a lot of my files DSC 4914.
That's what you should call this video, actually.
So this is my, let's say, failed attempt at trying to assemble some sort of story from that.
Right now we are appreciating this beautiful sunrise, which we just shot on a drone.
How's your coverage?
I don't know, it's okay.
This is embarrassingly cool looking. Like, I actually hate myself for the fact that you got something this cool.
That's how it's meant to feel.
So this year we attended this event called 29029, which is the sequel, the second part of this event that we did last year in Stratton, Vermont.
I was just tired of being afraid of things in my life. And so I put myself in these situations where I had to do things that I was afraid of, and it takes the fear away.
Now, this was so much fun to do. Last year, we shot this like experiential video when we participated in the event, when we volunteered there. And this year, we went and did the same. Now, the reason why we felt the need to make this short film was because we felt so passionate about the emotion behind the climb that we had to somehow articulate it in a video format. So myself, Karl, and AJ went and, like crazy people, climbed this mountain 17 times in Vermont. All right, brother. Woo! Second summit. Now, I'll talk a little bit more about what shooting an experiential film is really like in future episodes with those two. But personally, on my own end, the reason why I would highly recommend for any of you, whenever you're shooting something, to participate as much as you possibly can within the event, is the more you participate, the less you are an observer for a situation and the more you are part of it. And that's so important when it comes to filming things. If you ever watch something like a movie and you're like, oh my God, like it really feels like I'm there. Whether it's a documentary or some really just well done story, it's because the filmmaker immersed themselves very much so into that project. You'll never watch a movie that feels really immersive and the filmmaker just like stood way back and just kind of assumed what things were like. They did their research. They got themselves into the trenches. And yeah, maybe there's a few like really good storytellers out there who don't really need to know much about their subject matter, but 9 times out of 10, like the best filmmakers out there really study what they are participating in and what they are showing on screen. Side note, there is like hardly any B-roll of us climbing, so for the remainder of this video, it's just gonna be stuff that we shot that didn't really make it into the primary edit. Now, the reason why I want to share this with you guys is because I do feel like there is a lack of attention to detail to certain things, especially when it comes to online videos, that I find kind of pointless. Like whenever you're watching something, why does it not feel like you're immersed? Or let's say you're editing something, it doesn't feel like you're part of it. Well, chances are it's because you're not immersing yourself within the project itself. You're not in it. And while maybe you dedicate a ton of time filming it, you dedicated a ton of time like editing it, there's still that lack and there's still that gap of separation. And chances are it's because you didn't participate. You just observed. And there's a difference between participation and observation. Participation is climbing up that mountain 17 times. That's what we did in Vermont last year. Like crazy people, we decided to climb up and down this mountain, filming it, participating, and then editing it at the same time. And we did the same thing this year because we were so passionate about the subject matter. And that's really where participation changes from observation, is that bridging gap called passion. And that ties it all together. If you're passionate about something, you're really into it, that will be seen on screen. So I love Utah. There's just so many, like, one of the coolest features here, especially for filming, is there's so much diversity of color in the landscapes. There's like yellow grass and you got the green in the background and like the blue clouds. Like it's literally almost like a rainbow or watercolor wash of colors here. It's unreal. Once you get your feet into the trenches and you're part of the action that's seen on screen, you're going to start implementing little elements that you wouldn't have seen beforehand. So for instance, you're going to start picking up details that perhaps you didn't see from a distance. When we were climbing the mountain, there's little details like the feeling of our breath, the feeling of our footsteps in the dirt, the voices in our heads when we were climbing. And Karl, AJ, and myself all felt that needed to be translated on screen. So we threw that into the edit, we shot it when we were there, and we did that again this year. So it is so important to immerse yourself as much as possible into something. If you got hired on to do it and the client doesn't want to see you, let's say, participating to the max, well, try and at least discuss and talk to other people. You can get a lot of information from just interviewing people. So for instance, maybe you were not allowed to participate because you're supposed to be filming everything. Talk to the people attending whatever you're doing. Whenever you watch, the difference between like a very observant vlog and one that's like you're in it is the person actually experienced what they were filming rather than just playing around with crazy transitions and different effects. There are effect-heavy videos that are to make you feel like you're immersed, and then there's ones that actually feel like they are. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in future videos. But like for instance, 29029, again, link to it in the description below. That short film, there was no crazy transitions. Like if you watch that whole movie, there might be like a fade or like one subtle whip pan, but the whole thing is just hard cuts. That's because the experience didn't require crazy transitions to make you feel immersed. And I want you guys to really think about that in future projects. You don't need the bells and whistles to make something great. If it works well with just a straight up cut, then just do a straight up cut. You don't need anything more than that. The only reason why you guys should be applying these crazy things, whether they're in enhancements like transitions, crazy sound design elements, is because it will make it feel more like the actual experience. And the best way to make something feel like something is to educate yourself on what it felt like. So that's just basically the base layer. Anyway, shooting in Utah was so much fun. Myself, Karl, and AJ had a blast doing it. I wanted to just give you guys a bit of an update of how things are going, what's going on my end. I am now about to sink my teeth into editing a lot more stuff. Part of that project, if you guys want to join me on this journey of filmmaking and follow myself as well as some of my teammates and watch some more future videos about what we're doing, what I'm doing, you can hit that subscribe button yet again. If you hit it twice because you hit it at the beginning, don't unsubscribe. Keep following this stuff. And I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks for watching. Take care. And yeah, I'm going to go edit this now. See ya.